So, if you're just tuning in, my processor's broke and I need a headphone splitter.
To reach a
and we
specific
figured out
department,
Instacart.
press 2.
But
I can hear it right in the headset.
You can hear it?
When I hold it to my microphone.
How does it sound?
Sorry,
It
I
sounds
didn't get
perfect.
that. For
Let me
hours
see
of
your headphone real quick.
press 1.
Just take 'em
To
out.
reach a specific department, press 2.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Let
me call it again because...
You mean they didn't even pick up?
No, they did. I have to call it again. Just be patient.
Thanks for calling. The LA Bonnie Bray Target store. Para continuar en español.
Wow, so I didn't need any of this shit. I probably didn't even need any of this. Oh my god.
I need my
This
headset.
is fucking retarded.
Whoa. Okay, we're going to be working on that today.
Lesson number one.
We're working on that
Okay,
today.
Giselle, explain to everybody why you're here.
Well, I'm here today because Charlie says bad words. Basically, long story short, he messaged me and he's like, Giselle,
I can't even
I
hear
need
shit.
to
Why am I
change-
wearing these?
just take them off.
No, I feel
I
feel better.
Do the trick I showed you. Just like take one off your ear slightly.
There's literally nothing coming from my
Slightly.
headphones. I just want to fit in.
Just slide it a little.
No, it's cool. I can hear you.
Okay. So long story short, Charlie was like, wow, the world is in shambles, Giselle. We're going to actually make America cool because nobody else is going to do it. And how are we going to do it? And I'm like, I don't know, Charlie. You tell me. And he's like, I'm going to make a podcast. And I was like, all right. So Charlie was like,
But let's point out the irony. There is
Yes.
nothing cool about podcasts. We figured out that everybody who listens to podcasts voted for Trump. So it was actually,
not everybody. I listen to podcasts and I didn't vote for Trump. But I also
Okay.
listen to very well-educated.
Yeah, go back. I'll just let you take it away. I'm still decompressing.
He's decompressing. He's going through it, guys. But long story short, for this episode, Charlie wanted to talk about why we need to fix our vocabulary and how that can help us all get along and be nicer to
Well,
one another.
I like saying naughty words, but
Slurs.
I like saying slurs.
Slurs. Offensive slurs that help nobody.
They help me in my times of frustration.
No.
No? Are you telling me how I
Imagine
feel?
trying to help yourself while taking other people down. That's craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called being the shit.
No, it's called being inconsiderate.
It's called being inconsiderate, but let's take it.
Oh, he's pulling up a soundbite.
I'm still slow at it, but I got some.
He's trying his very best.
Yeah. See, the only one I like so far is this one.
Did you really just put a goat playing in my ear right now?
My mom liked it.
Well, that's because your mom's really sweet. I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to your mom.
okay.
And now back to the Homo erectus.
So yes, now back to the point of this podcast.
I got
Okay, so long story short, Charlie is someone like he will drop the R bomb and stuff like that, and I'm like, Charles,
do it all the time.
no. And he's like, don't call me that. And I'm like, well, then don't do that. And it's important that we don't, because for a long, long time in the history of the English language, at least, you know, the R word, if you don't know what I'm speaking about, the best way to explain it is a horrible way to describe people who have learning disabilities, mental, disabilities, people who might not learn it at the same levels, et cetera, et cetera. And for a very long time, that word was used in a very, very bad way. For the people who always have that argument of, oh, but it was used, by health officials and da-da-da-da. Yeah, but so many other messed up things were used by health officials that have been switched. Even getting diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome is no longer a thing anymore. It is being diagnosed as autistic or on the autistic spectrum. Yes, survival of the fittest, apparently, Charlie. But in all seriousness,
Oh, my bad. I'm still new to the sound
he's
bites.
still new. But in all seriousness, in the 1900s, people who did suffer from what causes them to learn a little bit slower, and from things such as, autism and stuff like that, these people were treated horribly, and they were treated like outcasts, and they were shunned. And
the universe is coming to put dick in your ass.
And Charlie is having fun with the sound bites while we're being serious, but it makes him happy.
I'm giggling.
He's giggling. But, that word really hurts a lot of people.
Okay, but let me interject. So this is why I feel comfortable using it.
Why?
A lot of the times when people would use that word to hurt people, I was a victim of it.
But just because you're a victim of something doesn't mean it's right for you to then take back that word and use it, especially when you aren't somebody who is in any capacity mentally disabled, right?
That's, if you talk to anybody I know, they would say that's up for debate.
That's not up for debate.
You know,
Being a little like quirky doesn't mean you actually have
quirky.
a mental disability that has hindered you in your learning and education experience and has hindered you from getting jobs and has hindered you.
You don't think there's anything just whacked out in my brain?
I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I just don't think it's right for you or anyone to use that word because when they're using it, right, they were using it to be derogatory towards you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So why would it make it right for you to then use it to be derogatory about anything else or anyone else?
Well, it took on a meaning. Like it took on like kind of a new, you know how like language evolves.
The biggest meaning it has is that it just means like
retardando, like in music. I'm using it like that.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
and you know you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're not though. You're not. It's not the same thing. And no, you're not. But it's like it just doesn't make sense to be like, oh, so Giselle, I got bullied and people called me this, and now as an adult, I'm gonna go do the same thing. Like that doesn't make you any better of a person.
Bullying, but let's try it. Let's try it out because I don't know where to go here. And I just realized even if we take phone calls, how are they gonna hear both of us? Because they're not gonna be able to hear.
Charlie.
Okay.
So when you call someone on a phone, they hear you on the phone.
So I don't. Here. No, how about this? So this is a teenager that is being charged for murder, and he has this to say.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to watch a TV show and then go outside and then kill somebody that's retarded.
Okay, so first and foremost, the fact that you're just trying to give me evidence of a murder suspect is literally wild. That's just bizarre. No.
He claims if you play a video game and you kill a bunch and you see people kill people in a video game, then you go out and kill people. He's saying that's retarded. Is he accurate?
I mean,
remember, everybody voted for Trump. He won by calling Kamala a cunt. So we really do have to explain things.
Okay, so
we have to really break it down.
Okay, if you want to bring up
is it retarded if you play a video game and then you go outside and shoot people? This murder suspect, this teenager, is saying yes.
Okay, but there's layers to that, right? So if you actually want to have that conversation, I mean, there's a whole thing behind understanding if someone really does play a video game, right? And then they perceive it as, I should do this in real life. That doesn't make it that slur. That makes it, there's something wrong, right? So they might be a sociopath or possibly a psychopath. And that's why you have to study somebody's brain to understand that. But to like put down a whole group of individuals and a whole group of people.
He should say, this teenager, this murderer,
he could have easily
said, I'm not sociopathic.
Yeah. Or a psychopath.
Cool.
Easy.
Okay, cool. We're learning. So
easy.
I think, what I like about with Giselle is you get more pinpointed. You get more pinpointed, so you're not bringing people down.
Yes, exactly. That's all you had to say.
Okay, so this isn't as much, but I'm wondering if somebody uses an R word against you, is this an appropriate response?
You're a retard. That means your mother must love blowing retards.
Where did you get that from?
I thought it was perfect. If somebody calls you the R word, says, hey, you're an R word.
Yeah.
And they don't know better. But, we don't have power over them. Is it cool to say their mother loves blowing the R word right back at them?
Okay, so for example, like I don't know where the source is from, but let's pretend somebody says this to.
Oh, dude, there's a chat. Someone just said, read your chat, dog.
There's a chat?
They think I know how to do
He doesn't know how to do it, guys.
I don't know how to do, and they're on a delay, so.
Let's see. I'm in your live right now, and usually I know how to do this, and I can't see your chat. That's kind of crazy.
Okay, so we got a chat. And then after we figure this out, someone remind us where we were. What did they say?
Wait. No, I can't see it on the phone. Go on, really quick, go to like Safari or like Google Chrome.
Safari.
What? Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh my God, all the.
Just go to YouTube. Just
I'm on YouTube.
You can do this. I believe in you so much.
I'm on YouTube.
Okay, you should be able to see in the studio like that you're live right now. You should be able to like look at it in real time.
Am I live?
Yes, you're live.
Is this mic on?
Okay,
Oh,
click
cool.
on it. Click
How
on
does
it. Click
this
on
work?
it.
Oh,
Click
3
on it.
people watching.
And
What
then
am
scroll down. You should be able to see
Oh,
a chat.
no.
Just go to YouTube.
Wait, I'm gonna mute that.
Yeah, mute it.
How do I?
Exactly. Beautiful.
Okay.
And look to the side. There should be a chat.
Yo, will Vanessa make a comeback appearance? Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. Fill me in. What's going on?
How am I gonna do this?
What's going on? Yes.
See, if we had the phones, I'd love to get this whole conversation. I gotta not look at this
Then
because
just don't.
the
just
delay's
don't
putting
look
me
at it.
off. Hey, Alex, we're gonna talk all about that. But first, should we finish the thought, or should I explain to you the whole Vanessa thing?
It's okay. We can make it back to where we were.
We can make it back to where we were.
Yeah, I'll pinpoint it.
Oh,
I already remember it. It's okay.
you already remember
Mhm.
it?
It's already there.
Okay, here. I'm gonna see.
Just tell me about Vanessa, and then we can go back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Should I use phone calls to do it, or no? I'm gonna explain it now. When we
Explain
get
it.
the phones
I believe in
working,
you.
we can
I
do the
believe in
whole
you.
Production show
Mm-hmm.
is so Vanessa was a was a singer I played for in a band called Groovin' Band by this guitarist George got me in it, and it was like his uncle's band. His dad was in it. He was playing guitar, and one of the singers was a best friend. This was about 2 years ago. I'm gonna preface it with I was doing a lot of stuff. I was making a lot of bad decisions.
Okay.
And one of those bad decisions that I made, and I actually went to church today, and pastor told me it's all good now. I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
Is one of the decisions I made is I started sleeping with both of the singers.
Both of them?
Yes.
Oh.
There's 2 of them. Under the and I was like, hey, let's not tell anybody. Under the premise, it's totally unprofessional.
Yeah.
And I was drinking all the time. It was around the time my father was terminal, so I was pretty self-centered, pretty selfish.
Yeah.
And what happened, I started making the podcast with Vanessa, and as one of my bits, I told her I was having sex with the other singer.
Oh.
On the podcast.
Were you sober when you said this, or were you a little?
No, this was like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it actually made some pretty great.
Yeah.
Radio, but that's my thing with the podcast. Why I had to stop is because, you when I do drums and music, I do it. Get chicks, get laid. That's part of it. I'm not gonna lie. We're
I don't judge
humans.
Yeah.
And Charlie, are you a good Christian? I'm the best, motherfucker. I'm the only guy that looks like Christ. God damn it.
You kind of do.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I'm the
that.
one that wakes up in the morning, looks in the mirror, and says, "What would Jesus do?"
But you're not black. That's the only thing.
But
You're not historically
we're gonna get to that later too. We're gonna get a lot of stuff. It's just the beginning of the podcast, as everybody can see. I'm still learning how to make it.
He's still new to this, and that's okay. We cheer him on. Yay!
Cheer me on. Thank you.
Woo!
But yeah, so what happened is, I started having sex with everybody.
Everybody.
And yeah.
He said everybody.
And it just got bad. Everybody got mad at me.
Did you say you were sticking your stick in everybody?
Say what? Wait, I couldn't hear. I can't.
I said, would you say you were sticking your stick in everyone? Because like drumstick,
Yeah.
get it? Aha.
Oh.
That was bad, I know.
No, see, I need more.
That was funny.
Yeah, see, I don't have that.
It's okay. Just you can just play it on your thighs.
Wait, I gotta do it.
He's got to do it. Sorry, everyone. He's finding the sound bit. Did you really just give me a goat for that one? Come on, that was like such a good joke. Oh my gosh.
I need to get it here so I can just click it. I'm
Yes, you
using
can
that
click
goat
it.
a lot, but I'm sorry. I
It's
won't.
okay.
I'll
It's okay.
take a break from it. So
okay.
pretty much I was fucking on the sounder, and then people would get mad. And I
Yeah.
had this girl I was with in Compton. She would yell at me. We'd be in a fight. I didn't even know she listened to my podcast.
Oh wait, were you sleeping with her too?
Yeah, but
Oh.
I didn't know she listened to my podcast, and she wasn't on it. And she'd be like, "Oh, why don't you just go fuck that girl?"
I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna be a player, you got to be like you weren't clean with it at all. That's kind of crazy. Like you got lost in the sauce, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a whole thing with it, but the whole phone thing's bumming me out because I had people who wanted to talk about that.
Don't
whole
be bummed
thing.
out. Remember, we just tested it. You can put them to the mic and we'll hear them.
Yeah, but they won't be able to hear what's coming through the mic or anything.
But they can. Okay.
So they would have to be able to hear you.
They will, because the phone's on speaker.
Yeah, but you talk kind of quiet. You just have a microphone.
Okay.
I talk
Okay,
boisterous.
Charlie.
Yeah. Okay.
The phone has a microphone, so The phone mic will pick up my voice for them. And I do this crazy thing where I can speak louder, everybody.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Are
I was
you
just trying to
nuts?
go for like that, like calm,
Oh.
non-judgmental stuff.
Oh yeah, red, wine, and chill. You're keeping it red, wine,
I'm
and chill.
literally doing that.
You're totally keeping it red, wine, and chill right now. Me, I'm stressing the fuck out. I'm totally in West Russia right now.
He's very stressed.
Someone shipped me to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay, so I can call people.
You can.
Okay, well let me
Wait, check the chat. Check the chat if they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
want that.
chat.
Because like, do we need to go back to the pinned conversation as
get
well?
both girls on the show and interview them.
That's wild work. I think Charlie is a better person. I mean, isn't that the cool thing about life is that we grow from our poor choices and decisions. There's layers to these things and we develop and we become better people. Yeah. That might be a little messy. I don't know if Charlie's that messy anymore.
Okay, let's see if you still think that.
Okay.
All of a sudden. Oh, now I can't find it.
Oh Lord.
Boy. Why do I even set anything up? Like I do all this work and then
Yeah.
you see this? I have two
But it happens. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, well, I'm just going to have to search it on Google. I don't understand technology. I don't know why we do it. My goal is to get to a point where I'm just on a horse. I don't even need a car. I hate driving. I don't even know why I'm in LA.
What?
I mean, it's working out for me. I live
Yeah,
in
it's working.
LA.
Yeah, you're
it's
doing
working
great.
out. But
Yeah.
God darn it.
I mean, you'll get there.
My life is so difficult.
It's not.
I have it the hardest.
I think.
I have it the
wow.
hardest in America.
Okay.
I'm saying
All right,
I've been keeping it built up
That's
inside
wild.
of me.
That's-
What, you
yeah.
disagree?
I heavily disagree.
Who do you think?
What?
has it
Because a
any
30-year-old man
harder
doesn't
than
know how to use technology. You have the hardest in America. Come on.
me? Well, that's one of
Touch
the
grass,
reasons.
Charlie.
Touch my eyes?
Touch grass. Grass.
You mean like get a grip on reality?
Yes, exactly. Touch grass.
I don't think you understand what it's like, but we can move on.
I
can't-
don't because I'm 1 year younger than you and I'm a tech pro. I don't know what you're going through. But I don't judge you for it because I know that you can get better. We all learn.
I remember why I don't have it.
You know, part of why you're not going to learn it though is being so uptight about it. Being like, I just can't get it. Never mind. You're doing like that angry thing that usually sometimes older people do. Not all old people. I don't want to stereotype, but a good chunk of them are like, if I can't understand it, I'm not doing it.
Okay, we
Yeah.
got distracted.
You're a retard. That means your mother must love blowing retards.
Oh, I had a pin in that. I remembered.
So what should he have said? If not, your mother loves blowing retards.
Okay, so
And I'm only saying that a quote. I'm taking the R word from my vocabulary, but in this, we're talking about stuff,
yeah.
getting it right. I'm
Yeah,
not. Gonna,
I still won't be saying it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So okay. So
Welcome, my
we can
dear
approach this from different angles. So let's say
Someone calls you the R word.
option A.
Option
A. Someone says that to me. One, I can take the time to educate them on why that was so horrible what they said. But most of the
Let me give context.
Yes.
This is during a baseball game, and he just stole third, and they're getting ready for the next play. So they.
I can yap quickly, so I will give them probably a history lesson. But again, I'm giving you options.
Okay.
That's option A.
Can you do a really quick yap, like off the bat? Because you're.
You know me, Charlie. I can talk.
Yeah, but you gotta show us.
I will, but can I give you the options and then we'll go back? I
Okay,
got
then
you.
we'll-
I got a
then we'll
pin.
test them
I
out.
got a
Okay,
pin.
You
I
got
got a pin.
mythology. I like that.
That's A.
I like
okay.
that.
Letter B is the other option where he could have simply said, instead of even correcting his vocabulary, he could have said, well, seems like your mom loves to blow me. Just left it at that. You know what I mean? Could have just been like, whatever, you call me that, that's messed up. We don't have the time for me to tell you everything that you just said that's wrong. But your mom most definitely still blowed me. So you still win because you got that your mama joke out there. You know what I mean? And then option C.
But you got to tie it in with the R word, though. You got to say, oh, if I'm that, then your mom loves that.
You still do tie it in. And that's why I don't really like that option. But I'm giving you another option because you don't want to give a history lesson with option like letter A. So, I'm giving you option B. Option C, ignore. But I think in this world and in this time frame more than ever, we need to educate other people on why what they do and say is wrong. So I would go back to A. And I would quickly just say, if I'm feeling petty, I'll probably be like, yeah, your mom loves to blow me. But by the way, saying that word
Wait. But
isn't cool.
saying your mom loves to blow me doesn't have the same effect because it's not
It still does.
making them feel bad for using the R word. In a sense,
It doesn't.
you're making him feel bad for calling you the R word. You're like, oh, if you're going to use that word, just so you know, I can use it right back at you.
But they're not using it back at them. They're still saying, okay, you call me that. So sure, I am that. And your mom
Yeah.
just blew me. So what I'm saying,
and your mom loves it. So now that you know, every time you call someone the R word, your mom would love to blow that person.
I mean, if you're thinking about your mom that much, that's also kind of weird. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, I think it's like there's layers to it, right? I mean, like I was saying, I feel how I would personally handle it is as simple as just simply being like, whoa, that's messed up. You don't call people that. And leave it at that. And then if I have the time later, like since Charlie's saying this is a baseball game, we don't have time, then I would talk to the person later about it. If there's really, I mean, it's as simple as holding people accountable. It's literally that simple. We have to hold each other accountable for our language that we choose to use. And it's that simple. And if people don't want to take the time for 1 second to be like, hey, don't say that, that's messed up, then come on.
Okay. How about this one? It's with his girlfriend.
Oh,
It's very fucking romantic, Art. Are you fucking retard?
Well, you know what they say about retards having huge cocks and superhuman strength.
Well, congratulations. You're definitely not retarded.
where do you source this
That's
from? Where do you get
if
this?
anything, you're complimenting people with Down syndrome now.
Oh my god.
You're saying they got huge dons and superhero strength, which I can argue is true. And really quick, do you think people want to see the top of my head? Should I get a shorter chair? What do you think?
I mean,
I feel like
if there's a shorter chair.
Maybe if I go back, but then you can't hear me, huh?
No, I think you're fine where you are. Look at the chat. Do they want like not seeing your full forehead?
Text me in the chat. And Alexis, so.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Alexis, if you totally want to get, because right now it's just a revolving door of everybody's welcome to the show. But you're going to have to do the talking to Vanessa. I don't think she wants anything to do with me right now.
I feel like that's very messy for you.
Yeah, so you have to work your magic. And let me know, everybody, if you want to see my full head, if I should get a shorter chair right now.
I love how you transitioned to that after you just talked about like a big dong. You're like, do you guys want to see my head? And like that just sounded so bad. It's just so bad.
You know.
Yeah.
I like sticking my head in. Will Red, White, and Chill be censored or no? This guy's off his mind.
I mean, is this censored right now?
I'm getting a shorter
like
chair, but if I leave you, you're just going to keep yapping about this.
I will. And that's what people are here for, is for me to talk. Yeah. And you to talk and us to talk. And
okay, well, what should they say? You already, again, you're only accountable for yourself. So how, in this instance,
but the thing is, like, okay,
they're newly in love.
So, like, here's the thing.
You're not ready to educate them.
Oh, I don't care. Are you kidding me? I will correct you on the first date.
Wait,
you're playing the same one.
Oh, I played the wrong clip.
Go get the shorter chair. People can't see your forehead.
No, I'm not leaving you alone.
I can answer the question. I got it. Okay. I can talk to the chat. Put the chat up. I want to see what they say.
Put the chat.
Yeah. Put it up. I'm trying to see. Okay, go get the chair.
Shorter hair, please. Shorter hair.
I agree.
Shorter
hair and chair.
Okay, I'm just getting a chair, but if
I got it. I just trust me.
Oh no, you don't.
I do. Just trust me.
You're good.
Then why do you have me here if I don't got it?
Well, I have to help.
You don't have to help me. No.
I'm talking to people that are like pirates. They got no manners.
I can arg. I got it. It's fine.
Okay, well you gotta arg a lot.
I will arg a lot. Just go get the chair.
I don't like.
Go get the chair.
Okay.
Thank you. Ay, caramba. Okay. So, everybody, in, I guess, simple man's terms is what Charlie wants, or an arg, pirate arg. Basically, I'm just saying, like, she got it, Charles. Thank you. Exactly. Him, you know, like, if we're putting these into real life scenarios and real life situations, right? I'm not going to, like, if you're asking me to give you my opinion, my true opinion is like on a first date, I'll correct somebody. I don't care. If you're using language that is harmful and hurtful to others, hold people accountable. It's really quite
now the microphone looks silly.
That simple. Oh, it looks like you're like reaching up.
I don't like this. I don't like podcasts.
Wait, check the chat. See if they love it. Check the chat.
My God,
that's part of streaming, Charlie. Then why do you do this?
She got it, Charlie.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
How do I remove people from the chat? Where do
You
I
don't.
I bet
This
I
is
can
on Twitch,
block
you
him.
can't
Would that
ban
be
him.
bad if we just block the only our only?
No, Alexis is doing great. Don't do that.
Put user in timeout. You can do that.
Don't time them out. That's
Okay,
so
how about
mean.
this? I like having some kind of power I can abuse.
And why is that?
It's fun.
Why do you think it's fun? It was about to become a therapy session.
I don't know,
I was like, why do you think that? Why is that?
Oh Lord. See, that's funny because I think I do represent. Okay, I saw an emoji go flying.
Oh Lord.
Just so everybody knows, I figured out there's a timeout button, but I'm not gonna use it.
He's not gonna time you out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go back. So no. So what? We understand. What should they
Romantic,
say?
Art, are you fucking retard?
Well, you know what they say about retards having huge cocks and superhuman strength.
Right there.
Yeah.
Was that not a great response?
No, because you're not holding the person accountable for just
Well,
insulting
what?
you and other people.
What if you don't use the R word? Well, he says, well, you know what they say about them? They have huge dons. And see, I'm even censoring. This show is censored.
I mean, you can't. Okay, so right. So like I said, you can't have that response if you don't feel like educating someone. So like the thing you brought up before you went to get the other chair, you were saying, well, what if it's like you just start dating this person, you don't want to educate them? Okay, fair, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't be that way. But let's say you don't want to educate the person you're just starting to date and they call you that, right? So you don't want to go through all that. So simply just don't acknowledge the name and respond that way. Sure, that could be a way to do it. But again, if you're asking me from my opinion and standpoint, that's not how it would go down with me. That's what I'm saying.
saying what's something uniform we could get everybody. We can get our.
I mean, here's the thing: is if you want Charlie,
so smart.
Oh,
Oh,
dear, you
no.
are. It will work. Just you got it.
How do I sound?
You sound great.
I'm depressed.
Don't be depressed.
What? You know. Okay, why?
Okay.
So you're here to
Yes, I am.
educate people because you think we have a power, we have influence, we can like tell people what to do. I think we can tell them how to think. I think so. I think people need to be told how they.
I mean, I don't think it's about like influence and power. I think it's just about doing the right thing. If multiple people kept doing the right thing, imagine how good things could be. You know what I mean?
I don't like podcasts.
If I'm just saying, if we all thought before we spoke, like imagine how beautiful the world could be. If we all had intention with our action, right? Instead of, oh, he's calling.
Yeah, you convinced me. I'm here, but
Okay.
we'll see. If,
Okay.
Let's see if he answers. He's on.
Hi, Joe. Please answer.
Hello?
Hey, Joe. You're on Red, Wine,
Hey.
Chill, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, everybody, this is Joe Novell. Fun fact about him, he toured. Can I give your accolades?
Yeah, I can consent to that.
He sucked 7 doms in a row in a bathroom porta potty on a train station out in Albany.
I'm so proud of you, Joe.
Yeah, that actually was like my proudest moment, you know. Like we still talk about that like at the you know, when we get together for Thanksgiving and stuff. It's a big thing, you know.
With the family. It was all his cousins. No, really, Joe's an awesome bassist. He got me in the band. I was touring around in America. Wait, real quick, how do I look right now? Joe, have you been able to see any of the stream or have you just been hanging out?
You guys, I was supposed to be watching something. You gave me no backstory on what's happening right now.
Charlie, why did you treat everyone like this? Like nobody knows what's going on.
And, I don't know what's going on. So, first of all, can you hear him? Because I'm wearing headphones right now, but
I can hear him in the headphones.
You can hear him in the
yes,
headphones.
the microphone's working. It's
Does
working.
it sound good?
It sounds perfect. Joe, you sound so crisp. It sounds beautiful.
So, Joe,
Well, that's what they call me, Crispy Joe. You know.
I see why.
So, Joe, he got me he got me to American Mile, and before the pandemic, he was touring with Black Flag for a few years, and so he got to go see the world and travel like that. He was the only hippie in that band, long-haired. Now he's in Florida, we're reaching him from Florida, West Russia. Finally gonna get that in circulation.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. So.
That's
so what's up, bro?
So we're talking about right now, if you paid attention, listen to the stream, is She's Giselle. She's a singer. I don't know if I posted her on Instagram. Us at Whiskey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that video of you playing with her. Yeah, she had a great voice, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, cool. So,
wait, actually, that's you, Giselle, talking on the phone right now.
Yes, I'm not some random person. Hi.
Can you hear yourself through?
No backstory. I have no idea what's going on right now. So.
I know. Yeah, Charlie's.
Catch him up, Giselle.
Well, if you know Charlie, this is kind of par for the course. You know?
Oh yes, this is so. Yeah, this is so normal for Charlie.
This is super Charlie.
Super
Charlie. Yeah.
And, real quick, what do we call that?
What?
Oh, never mind. Remember
what?
When you said, "What's your favorite name to call me when you want to put me down with a group of people?"
Oh, a retard?
And why is that?
But
Joe?
I get a special one. Give me my special accolade.
I don't know which one you're talking about because I mean
multiples?
it's just literally I mean there's like so many that we could just get into right now. You know.
Charitard is my favorite one.
About? Oh, Charitard? Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's like you. It's like throughout the night when you start drinking, it's like you're a tardmander, and then you turn into a tardmelion and then a charitard. And charitard's like your final form of like when you do the dumbest shit that you can possibly think of, you know? So, yeah, it's pretty much you.
Okay, so Giselle wants us to stop using that word, but I'm trying to figure out a convincing argument. How, Giselle, can you top the 3 stages of Charitard without putting down people with Down syndrome?
Oh wait, there's actually a 4th stage too. It's the golden Charitard, which is like the worst one.
Wait,
or really the best.
When
one,
have I ever been in that one? Can you give an example?
I don't know, because most of the time when you reach golden Charitard status, I'm pretty fucked up too. Like maybe when we came up with the whole Gaza bit, that might have been, but I was kind of more like on the golden Charitard level at that point than you were. So it's like an interchangeable thing, really.
The Gaza joke is a joke we came up with one time after jamming and drinking. It was about a year. It's a year old. It's, how do I know you're the leader of Hamas? Because every time my dick's in your mouth, all I hear you say is Gaza, Gaza, Gaza.
No. See, you do it wrong. You got to go Gaza, Gaza, like you got a dick in your mouth.
But no, I'm in the room with Giselle, and I feel like she could kick my ass, dude. So I'm trying to really tone it down.
I'm 5'3".
Well, come on, man. Why? Okay, you should have told me that, you fucker. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's hit the reset button here.
Oh gosh.
How are you having your time at Red Wine Chill, Giselle?
This is horrible.
What's that?
Can you hear yourself?
I can hear myself.
Because again, I got headphones on. On right now, Joe, but I can't hear anything through them. I'm doing it for the aesthetic. What stage of Charara would you? Oh, that's cool. Charara, would you put that?
Charara? What,
yeah, that's
you
the
just
censored
doing a
version.
podcast in general? Like probably like the top tier, you know?
Wait, I meant me having headphones that don't even work, but I can't.
Oh no, I mean, I don't know. That's like pretty. That's like first level, you know? I mean, that's like we could all expect that, you know? Okay, so first level. What should he say instead of using the R word of what was the first? Just raw. Unbutchered. What's the first level called again? Tardmander.
Okay, what could he say instead of Tardmander?
I don't know, man. Shit, dude. You know, I'd have to figure it out.
I was asking Giselle, buddy.
No, but see, that's a good thing that he already is sitting here and going, yeah, I should change that. You know, he's a changed man. In just 2 seconds. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, just it's. I'm very easily persuaded. You know, I'm a very gullible guy. What can I say? You know.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So my question, Charlie's asking the wrong questions. My actual question for you, Joe, is why is the R word in your vocabulary, and how long have you been saying that?
Oh wow. Okay. You're gonna put this shit on your podcast for real, Charlie?
Buddy, it's live right now. It's live right now. Yeah, I know. He didn't warn you. I'm so sorry.
God damn it!
Hire him if you're in let me give you a plug, Joe. if you're in Florida, West Russia, the finest bases in the land, in all of the communist land of Russia, Florida. Sorry.
Oh
You fucking asshole, dude. Okay, well, you know how it is. Like, when we were kids, you'd say all sorts of fucked up shit to people, and it was like accepted, like in the, I don't know, mid '90s, early 2000s, and stuff. And it's definitely like one of those things I try to be conscious of to like not say to people. Me and Charlie, obviously have a rapport, and we know each other really well, so. I generally won't say those sort of things in front of other people. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I have, like, to describe Charlie, but, it's just like, I don't know. I mean, like, Giselle, Charlie. I mean, yeah, it's...
She says I don't have any mental issues, bro. She says I'm quirky.
I think he's quirky, but so my question, Joe, my follow up to what you just
that is an interesting way to put it. Yeah.
It is an interesting way. My question is, so when you were saying, like in the 90s or 2000s, this was normal for us to say, people would say it. Well, I guess I'll rebuttal you on this is it wasn't for me. I was born in 95, and so I grew up in like the 2000s, early 2000s. For me, I was someone who was constantly called the R word, and eventually did get properly diagnosed as somebody with autism. But before I even really knew, it still was just hurtful to be called that. You know what I mean? Because it's such a degrading term. And then as I got older, I learned that not only were they like being degrading to me, but it's to a whole group of people, right? And once you like actually learn the context and the history of the word, like I was telling Charlie at the beginning of this podcast, in the early 1900s, let alone people who were considered that, because in the healthcare system, that's what it was originally called, which is horrible. Those people were shunned. I mean, they were not given help. They were hidden away. I mean, there was a whole culture of people even getting murdered just for being on a spectrum in any capacity. That being said, though, what I did notice you did say is, well, I know Charlie, and I won't just say that. So like, you're aware that it's not something right to say. So that being said, why is it still in your dictionary as a grown adult if you know it's not the right thing to say?
Well, I mean, it's definitely not something that I go around saying to people and describing situations on like a normal basis. But like I said, like amongst friends and things like that, my thought process on this was, you guys are going to call me and talk to me about some shit and then like edit it down. I realized it was just going to be like firing out the gate kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Joe,
that would have been much appreciated.
You can blame Charlie for that.
Well, Joe, I
blame Charlie for a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But
Joe, if it makes you feel better, the whole preamble leading up to it is fitting.
In what way? Like, elaborate a little bit more for me on that.
We're discussing. How do I put this? Okay, so one man calls the other man a retard, and the other man says, well, then I guess your mom loves blowing retards. Is that the greatest answer, yes or no? Giselle says no. I say yes. She hasn't convinced me on that.
It sounds like you really thought that one out. You know what I mean?
But we have a comment from Alexis Angel who says Giselle has integrity. She's awesome. Very few people have that nowadays. So even though she says you can't tell someone that their mom loves blowing people with Down syndrome, I'm going to be honest, America. I'm not still completely sold. I still think that's the most magnificent answers you can give.
Well, see, okay, so to be fair, Alexis said that in the chat right after I was saying if we all were a little more cautious, if we all actually thought before we acted, if we chose our words better and we were kind, think of how the world could be. A lot of people don't operate on that. So Joe's a great example. Sorry, Joe, I'm not trying to blast you right now, and same with you, Charlie. It's because Charlie said this to me before too, is the whole, I know I shouldn't say it. And it's like, so anytime you ask people, okay, but why is this in your dictionary? They never can answer you. And
it's in my dictionary because growing up as Charlie.
No, but why are you still being a child when you're an adult?
Well, it's more like an identity now because if you think about it, all the major characters, protagonists with Down syndrome who are mentally retarded often get named Charlie.
But where do you get this from? This isn't even
Flowers
a statistic.
of Algernon.
This isn't even a statistic.
Philadelphia.
No.
Well, I
You're
sure
just
noticed
saying
a lot
stuff.
every time
No,
we read
okay,
one
but
of
in all
those books.
seriousness, right? So if you have me on this podcast, right? So you're either on for like rage bit, or you're actually have me on here to actually talk to you, right? So when I do talk to you and I'm explaining to you, okay, but why does 30-year-old Charlie feel like he can still act like 9-year-old Charlie? That is some type of deep work you gotta have to do. Maybe go to therapy, because if you're still speaking with that dictionary that you know is inappropriate into your adulthood life and not even trying to change it, knowing you are hurting other people, knowing that a musician you work with is autistic and you openly say this word, that is
I
something.
didn't know that until you just told me.
I've told you before, but you forget, or I
well.
think you always think I'm joking. But in all seriousness, it's like you do need to think about that, right? It's not even just, oh, but this is how we grew up, because look at how many other people have grown up in times. Like, let's use a great example. My grandpa, rest in peace to him, he passed away 5 years ago now, I think. Time flies, but like five or 6 years ago now. But
sorry to hear that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. When he passed, though, he was.
Wait, I can't hear him. Is he talking?
He's talking.
Can
yeah.
you hear it through?
Oh, look. It went back to. Here we go. Here, he's back on speaker.
Wait.
Okay. No. He was good the whole time.
He
was good the whole time. It was just probably like a bump
Oh,
on the
my
phone.
Lord.
It's okay, Charlie. But I'm saying all this to say,
Heart attack.
my grandpa grew up in the generation, right, where they would have been very anti-LGBTQIA plus community, right? This is just a quick example I'm giving you. My grandpa died at 93 for context. My grandfather, though, never once said, like, the F slur, never once hated gay people, never once hated trans people. In fact, I had a friend, we've lost contact, but at the time frame, I had a friend who came out as trans. And instead of my grandpa being judgmental, when my friend wasn't hanging out with me, he asked me privately, so what is trans? Can you explain it? Like, my grandpa was always eager to learn and to understand. And anytime he did bring things up, or he would say, well, at work today, someone said a slur, I don't want to repeat it. I'll spell it back to you. What does this mean, Giselle? Like, he would actually want to learn, which is really rare for like older generations. You know what I mean? Because they tend to be so stuck in their ways. And I don't want to stereotype, but it is a true thing. But what I'm saying is, if someone that old could take the time to say, what do these things mean? Can you explain them to me? And they want to change their perspective on things. They want to be welcoming to trans people, to gay people, stuff like this, to anybody. If he could do it, anybody can do it. So I can never justify that whole, well, this is how I grew up, because it's like part of growing is part of kind of resetting ourselves, right? Learning this isn't the right thing to do. How do I fix that? How do I do better? How do I do better for myself? How do I treat other people better?
Well, I mean, what I'll say to that is, firstly, I definitely agree with all of that, Giselle. I mean, it's definitely not the type of thing that you just casually go out and say and just like, fuck around. And you can't just be like slang and shit like that all over the place. And then to like elaborate a little bit more on like your point of what you were saying about like older people and, the older generation stuff, like, I truly believe that all throughout humanity, there's always been people that have like hated people that are different than them. And then there's always been people that have been like, more progressive and forward thinking. And I think that there's a lot more people out there that, like your grandfather were forward thinking and like, we're accepting, but it's just like due to like the times and like the way the society looked at certain types of people, they would be like fairly quiet about their beliefs in lieu of not being judged by other people, because like to accept those things meant that you were one of them, quote unquote, So I think that the truth is that, a lot of people are more accepting than we give them credit for. But I think society kind of pushes everybody to be like kind of a dick in certain places. Like, it's like one of those things where it's like the hive mind, the hive mentality, where like a lot of people aren't comfortable like standing up and speaking out for what they believe in because they don't want to, be seen as an outcast or, be labeled as someone that accepts things that people aren't willing to understand.
I would like to say that what's been helpful, and whether or not I'm not showcasing it right now, I actually am a success story where for the most part I've eliminated the R word opposed to right now where we're demonstrating, because like you said, you're not slinging it out, but apparently nobody really is anymore. But when it comes to the ballot box, everybody votes for it. So that's why I'm doing the...
Well, that was another thing that I was going to touch upon too, is just like today's climate of what's going on, and you know, the Trumpers feeling okay, and to come out and, you know, full force blast them with whatever bigotry they got to make themselves feel superior is just like insane. So, you know, I think it is like more important now than ever to be conscious of those things, and like, you know, like Giselle is saying, like, you know, be a better person than to just like say shit like that. You know what I mean? Because like that's generally how I operate in those situations. I mean, me and Charlie were in a van for a year, you know, talking shit to each other, learning things about each other. Like, we know things about each other that nobody should know, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So like, you know, so, and it's hard. Like, once you get that deep in with someone, you know, to kind of like your back on all those things and just be like, oh yeah, you know, like, you know, I mean, you know, me and Charlie are boys, you know, we kind of fuck around with each other, but you know, I'm not out there like trying to like hurt people's feelings and do the shit that, you know, makes people feel like outcasts to society and stuff like that. Like it's definitely like not in my MO, but it's a tough time now though with all of that, because there's so much hate and bigotry, and people kind of just feeling like they can do and say whatever they want. So it's a weird time.
Welcome to Red, White, and Chill, where we got the antidote for you. Now, thanks, like I said, I'm a success story, and thanks to Giselle, when that one rehearsal, and you would be proud to know that I've used it, and I've actually spread it contagious, where I helped other people with Giselle's methods to not use the R word anymore. One of the first methods she told me is, oh, what you're describing sounds like they're on the spectrum. So I've started, what it is with Giselle, she helps you pinpoint it. She gave me an option before. Hey, it sounds like in that particular example, they're on the spectrum. You can tell them that. I'm like, oh, cool. The second one, she goes, oh, Charlie, when you're calling him the R word in that scenario, it sounds like you really want to say he's missing his frontal lobe. Like, there's so many. Giselle, why don't you just, if you can, I don't want to put you too much under pressure under the gun, but just spit fire some rapid, appropriate substitutes for the R word that maybe Joe
I'd love to hear some. Yeah.
Okay.
That Joe can.
Okay. I would like to specify that the exact example Charlie gave me, I was like, no, Charlie, that person was probably on the spectrum. That wasn't nice. I wasn't telling him, go just yell at people. Yeah, you're on the spectrum. Like, don't do that either.
I'll tell them.
Oh my God.
Stop acting like you're on the spectrum.
No, don't say that either. Oh my God. Okay. Well, Charlie, stop. No, but like definitely you can say.
I feel like that's worse, honestly.
Yeah. Don't. No.
That's like not a good step forward.
No,
right there,
no.
You know?
But the frontal lobe thing, definitely like, oh, it seems like your frontal lobe didn't develop, you know, or, oh, wow, somebody needs to go back to school. It's cheesy, but it's true. Or it's just like, you know,
okay,
like a great. What?
You're in a band.
Yes.
You're a bunch of dudes. Like he said, you're in some like all day.
Can I pause you on that? Why is it always, it's a bunch of dudes, we're just boys? What is that supposed to mean? Would you like to break that down for the chat? Nah, Charlie's smiling. He's like, oh,
Joe,
God.
you go,
oh,
Joe.
God.
I mean, I can break it down if you want. You know, it's just like an extension of kind of like that. Because like, I mean, look, like, you know, the entertainment industry has been dominated by males for how long? You know, I mean, just look at like all the crazy shit that's come out. You know, the Harvey Weinstein, the P. Diddy, all that shit. Like, you know, it's just like, it's one of those like male dominated industries. So I think it's like one of those places where like a lot of like the locker room talk and etiquette is just like, oh, well, it's just like part of the thing because we're all boys and blah, 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 and all that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but why is the excuse always, we're all boys?
Well, it's just like one of those things I think that, you know, comes with just like the whole idea of like the male privilege thing where it's just like, you're just like.
So you just admitted on a live podcast that you have male privilege, correct?
We all have male privilege.
Well, I mean,
we all who are male have male privilege.
Well, there's also female privilege too. I mean, you know, there's different sides. Like, you know, it's a coin. You know, there's two sides to the whole thing. You know, like there's things that you can do that I can't do. You know.
Could you explain them for the live stream that Charlie put you on?
Can we even hear y'all?
Yes.
I mean, I can hear you guys. Well, I mean, for instance, I mean, you can like persuade a record executive, using your body or things of that nature to make them more interested in something that you're doing, as opposed to a male who may just be, it may be super talented, but just is overlooked by the fact.
Do you actually think that this happens?
How long have you been living in LA?
I've been here for 8 years. Granted, though, I am a woman, but I am, my weight's always been all over the place, but I am a little heavier set. And plenty of times, me even having, I don't want a TMI, but whatever. I get red, white, and chill. We say whatever. I have boobs, and they have not gotten me anywhere. Okay, first of all. Secondly, the few times that things.
Well, you don't really use this stuff, too. Like some girls use
Charlie, but why? But what is that supposed to mean? Where but you don't use it, but some girls do. What's wrong if a woman does show her chest? Some people use it as a strategy, like an actual tool, where you're relying on other like strengths and like sources of.
Yeah, there's some women.
You can't hide double D's, buddy. Like it's not like they're hidden.
Yeah, but you're also not trying to draw attention to it.
There's a lot of women where like that's just like their MO, and like that's the thing is like I'm not saying that it's like all women are trying to do that sort of thing, but there's just like some women that are just like, okay, that's like my brand is just to be like hypersexual, and that's going to be my ticket to getting attention. And then of course you have other people like other women that champion songwriting and things that are important, and you'll see as the trend goes on, especially in the last probably since the music industry really got like intense with the way that it marketed pop music. You can see the ones that sort of really put their heart and soul into music and built a career, lasting longer over the decades versus these women that are just sort of like flash in the pan, kind of like, I'm just going to make like a sexy song or like whatever. And, just kind of like do that sort of thing as part of my entire PR campaign, just like not lasting. So I think like it's more of like what are you like, what part of your soul are you willing to sell? Like, what part of you are you willing to give to get their eyeballs on you kind of thing.
I would say what's like important though. So with everything that you just pointed out, you do have to keep in mind. Now we're not like, let's give the example. Charlie,
Can we 1 second? I got some sound bites. I finally got it up.
This is so
you
important,
mentioned
Charlie.
girls have white privilege or something. Let me see if I can find the correct sound bite. You might not be able to hear it, Joe, because the phone system screwed up. But I can't.
Yes, pussy.
It's a soundbite, Joe, that goes, yes, pussy.
Yeah.
There you go. But in all seriousness, okay, right.
Wait, I got a second one real quick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry to tell you, you're a pussy.
I'm sorry to tell you, you're a pussy.
Never mind. Inappropriate sound bites, but I gave it a shot. I just wanted a pussy, yes.
I do want to bring up a point, and then we will redirect back to where the whole point really was. But the same, so let's not talk about smaller artists. We'll pretend we're just talking about like labels, right? And like signed artists and bigger artists. So the whole thing about, so there's multiple points right there, but like the whole thing about like, but there's some artists like women artists, you could tell it's like it's their heart and the soul, and then the other they're just selling sex, they're selling stuff. A good majority of like the reason that exists is because of who though? Because of men. Right? So it's because of the male dominated field, and it's because a lot of like if you actually like look into the history of a lot of famous female artists, they got switched over and remarketed into a sexual way that they never wanted to be in the first place, right? So it all stems back to, yes, holding the men in power accountable, which I think we're finally starting to see great examples. Diddy, possibly next Jay-Z, who knows? I didn't say anything. Don't kill me, Beyonce. Anyways, but I say all this to say, I digress. I say all this to say, though, at the end of the day, so let's go back to the locker room talk, right? But
what I'm trying to say is, locker room talk is a lot tougher. It's a lot more there's just a lot more bumpiness, and that you can't just say you should go back to school. That's not going to cut deep into
but why? Okay, but the thing is, why do you guys just accept that though? Do you get what I'm saying? So why don't you be the change if you believe that kindness?
We're looking for examples.
I'm not a man. I'm not in the locker room. I can't give that to you.
I think Charlie made a good point though. It's like it's a lot. Like a lot of people forget that like humans are animals and we have animal instincts, and I think that like they're like, especially in situations like that, like small work groups, like bands, or even like law firms or just groups of people that do shit together and come up with ideas and like try to run businesses and, you know, make money for everybody to live and stuff. Like it gets really intense and competitive, and like there needs to be like moments where you just like, all right, I'm the top dog, and like you're a fucking bitch, and like sit down, you know. And there's like a variety of ways to say that, you know, both like directly and indirectly, and it's a lot of it's just like this primal pissing contest that we're all like a part of, that we try to cover up with whatever, you know, elements of society we try to like, you know, thinly veil it in. But it's always just coming back to this like really weird way that humans interact with each other, where someone's got to be on top and someone's got to be a bitch, you know. There's got to be like an order of things, you know. And I think that a lot of men just like fall into that trap of trying to, like, for lack of a better term, big dick each other all the time. You know, it's like kind of one of those things. You can never really escape it, you know?
But so, Joe, how do we combat it while also not being Trumpers? What are some...
Well, the best way is to be, you know, 100% absolutely, you know, conscious of it, and just being like, okay, like, I'm not going to, like, engage in that type of activity and like say those things to people that I don't know. And
but you shouldn't say it to people you know.
Basically, for me, it's a lot of like, you know, especially when it comes to public image and things of that nature. Like, you know, if I'm going out and socializing with people, it's like, yeah, you're not going to like say a lot of bullshit. But I think like a lot of people, when they get comfortable, will just start saying really crazy shit, because it's just like, you know, they're just trying to be funny or edgy. Like there's very few people that I've met that are like wholly like, all right, I'm like really committed to being a, you know, whatever you'd want to call it, like a really like, I don't want to use the word liberal because it's not like the correct term, but like, you know, the ideals of like the new, whatever, the new way that things are. Like, with that said, I'm definitely like all for change and, you know, LGBTQ rights and, you know, Black Lives Matter and like whatever, you know, like I'm always like from the camp of like, you know, whatever makes you happy, like go ahead and do it. Like I have like no problem with anybody or anything that they want to do. But I also think that it's one of those things that's like ripe for parody, as far as people just wanting to make jokes that people will laugh at. And I think that's where like the locker room talk comes in, and like, you know, people just being assholes to each other and like, you know, making jokes at other people's expenses. And people not being mindful of people's life choices or things they've been through, or, you know, their relatives, or, you know, things like that, you know. So it's kind of a complex issue, really, which, you know, brings me back to what I said originally. It's just sort of all about like being really conscious of it, like to whatever degree that you can feasibly do in the moment, to not perpetuate those things and that sort of outlook for people to feel like it's okay to say those things, you know.
Okay, well, damn, I'm seeing everybody while Giselle's since you can't see Joe, a lot of people are in the same like spot as you, where they know I'm doing a podcast and they're just waiting for me to tell them what's going on. While she's holding up the phone to the microphone, I can see all these text messages going, "Hey, Charlie, what's going on?" And I realized I haven't sent this podcast to anybody.
Yeah. You messed up big time, buddy.
Sounds like your frontal lobe needs to develop a little bit more.
There we go, Joe. There we go.
That's great. Okay, that's awesome. Let's try.
I'm learning as we're going right now. Yes, you know, just like Charlie with the podcast. You know, it's just I'm figuring it out. You know.
I mean, I understand too what Joe was saying about like it's complex. I get it, but it's like you have to at some point in our lives, like I don't know. I don't want to be like 90 if I mean I hope I make it that far, but I don't want to be like 90 on my deathbed, like knowing I just stayed on a bandwagon because it's the societal structure, right? Like it's really, when you really think about it, no, if we are looking at it in a deeper way, it's really sad that people feel like they have to be a certain way and act a certain way with a certain group of people, but yet in the same thing, like there's that, I believe it's Chinese, but there's that Chinese belief that we have like 4 to 5 different faces, which we do, because Joe, like for example, said, you know, we won't,
Red, White, and Chill does not endorse anything Chinese.
Oh my Lord.
Let's get that straight. Totally unchill.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm just trying to.
It's not chill, man.
That's not chill. Anyways, we can actually, that's for a different podcast, but we can learn a lot from everyone's culture. But anywho.
Chairman Unchill Mao.
Oh, God. What I'm just trying to get at is, you know, Joe raised a good point where he's like, well, okay, well, if I'm in public with like new people I meet, I'm not going to say it. But then we have to ask ourselves, so obviously we know it's wrong, right?
But we need more insults.
If you know it's wrong.
You just use the frontal lobe, and that's good. Yeah. But how long does that last?
You can always use it, but you can always just too, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've never.
What if you say retardando, like slow in music?
You and I
like
already
music,
talked
like
about
the
this.
Italian word, like the retardando. Because people still use
this.
that in music. When I was at church, and during one of the rehearsals, he was saying slow down, and he used the words retardando.
We already talked about this, Charlie.
It's a retard, Charlie, not a retardando.
Literally.
Well, I thought he wasn't pronouncing it right, so I was trying to make it Italian. Oh, it's literally the same word?
And no.
Oh,
okay.
Damn it.
No.
So what do we do about that? Do we have to change the Latin too, or can we still use that in music?
Okay, here's the thing is like, okay, so a really good thing too that Joe brought up was saying like, you know, he's okay with getting with the new times, but the thing is, this is nothing new. I mean, since back in the early 1900s, people have been fighting to change this conversation. So why the fuck, pardon my language, why the fuck are we in 2024 and people are still saying this word? Like, that's embarrassing. Like, the fact that since the 1900s, people are like, hey, this is fucked up. And to this day, there's still people telling you, hey, this is fucked up. Yet we still find excuses. You'll find the most, I think, Joe, possibly the word you were looking for, I know you didn't want to say liberal, but like maybe like politically correct, right? So like the most, you
politically correct.
Right. You could be talking to someone who knows the word is wrong, but they're still going to say it around certain people. But it's like, but why? Like, so it's like everything you say is like, it's just confusing, right? Because you could sit there and say, okay, I'm pro LGBTQIA plus community. Yeah. I'm pro Black Lives. But why aren't you pro listening to people with developmental disabilities? If they've been telling all of us since literally the 1900s and before.
I actually have a really funny story about that.
Okay.
So my ex-girlfriend, she used to work for the Burbank Center for the Retarded. That was the name of the place. They obviously looked after people with developmental disabilities, and it was like one of her first jobs. I don't even know if she like got paid for it, but like she was there for the specific incident in which they had an entire meeting about that specific thing, where it was brought to their attention that the name of the institution could possibly be offensive to people. Now, the entire board, sat there and deliberated this, and they decided to not change the name of the establishment. Now, the thing that I'm not telling you right now is that everybody on the board were people that were severely inflicted with developmental disorders, So these are people that are developmentally disabled, and they said, no, we want this place to be called that because it defines what we are, So what I'm saying is, like, yes, like we definitely do need to get with the times, and like that needs to be like a thing, but I don't know. I mean, it's...
I think in that though,
they voted not to. You know what I mean?
But what Giselle does is about being more accurate about when you use a word. Is that, hey, you're not saying they're actually born with Down syndrome. You're trying to say that they're not using their frontal lobe. Is like that's an accurate thing. So if you're working with people who are actually retarded, then I think it is appropriate to use the word as like the...
Okay, but there's definitely things... Okay, so a great example. Okay, so what Joe just said, right? First of all, we don't have the context to, and I'm not saying Joe's lying, I just mean we don't have the context of like, how old were even these people on the board? You know what I mean? Like, if they're older school, they might not feel like there's an issue with it. And that's their prerogative. The same way, like, I'm Black, right? The N-word, if I hear Charlie ever drop that, I will drop kick him. Okay? I will. But there's other Black people who will not care. Everyone is going to be different, but statistically and historically, we have been, when it comes to mental disabilities, when it comes to developmental disabilities, people have been for a long time fighting to change this word. I mean, historically, everyone can Google this right now. People don't believe me. I'm not just like shitting out facts for fun. You know, like there was a fight to change it because the original diagnosis was medical. I don't want to say the word, you know, so it got changed eventually. So if it got changed medically as well, and the same example I gave at the beginning of this stream, I was saying at the beginning of the podcast stream, whatever this is.
Term?
Huh?
What's the new medical term?
The new medical term is mentally developmental disability. Developmental disability. Yeah. And so it's the same with autism, right? So like when I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Nowadays, if you say that, it's like, oh my god. No, you weren't. No, it's autism spectrum disorder, because Asperger's syndrome is highly offensive, and it also came from a Nazi. That's a whole long story for a different day. But I say all this to say, if it's changed medically, obviously there was an issue with it that people deemed was an issue. But again, there's always going to be, it's the same with the F slur. There's going to be, I've met gay men who don't give a shit, but I've met gay men who do give a shit. I've met lesbians who don't give a shit and lesbians who do. Okay. At the end of the day though, if we know the history of these words and we know that these things have been used intentionally to hinder people, to hurt people, to separate people, to divide people, to pick on people, we as a society have that decision, and we as people should make that conscious decision to take that out of our vocabulary, to treat people better.
Can we just take the new one? If we're in a locker room with dudes and it's just the way where people are kind of being rough and we're not responsible or accountable for them, but we just
there's so many questions to it.
But no, we just have to. Well, what I'm saying is like verbal jousting, where you kind of just have to still kind of like keep up and everything. Is it okay to just take the new word and be like, dude, you're so like mentally underdeveloped?
But like, why are you still comparing him to someone who does have this developmental disorder?
Because at the end of the day, we're boys and we like
so that's the issue with so many men. Sorry guys, but like that is the issue with so many men. That's always going to be the excuse, and that's on a deeper level. That's a societal issue. That's the patriarchy.
Yeah,
that's a huge issue.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, you were like that's a huge issue.
Aspect of it is like a really big part of it. You know?
So why? But the thing is, why don't guys like bring that up? You know.
Well, you make a good point too, that it's just like you're just using, basically just more or less really like slurs to to try to put people down that don't like accurately define them. You're just, hurling insults at people that, truly, like, I'm sure that phrase, like, the phrase of like mental retardation or whatever was not meant to be an insult when they first came up with it. It's a medical term, like you were saying. It's just we've like, as a society, twisted it into this whole shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like when everybody was calling everybody gay for like years, and just thinking that it was like funny to like call something stupid, and it's just like after a while you're just like, why am I even doing that? And again, it's just all these constructs to make these things not normalized and make people feel, like you said, pretty much just outcasts from society and like they don't belong, So I think it's just like a lot of like miseducation of what those things like truly mean, and just like, I don't know, just like not enough people like, stepping up and being like, hey, that's like the wrong thing to say. It's a combination of a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, this is getting a little too red, white, and chill. What we need is either some more insults or we need to convert someone else. I don't like it when it's a love fest. You know what?
This is a good conversation because it's showing the example. Jeez. He's playing sound bites, Joe.
And Charlie needs some action for Red, White, and Chill,
Oh, were you talking through my sound bite? I can't even really hear you through. Dude, this Red, White, and Chill has been so unchill. You don't know the shit. Can I say shit or do I have to say things?
You can say shit.
No. That's offensive.
I said fuck earlier.
I'm sorry. I'm all worn up. Joe, all the equipment goes malfunction. You can even, Giselle can attest that there is a good chance I'm the greatest podcaster of all time. I just don't know how to work anything.
There's a chance?
Yeah, chance. Keyword chance.
What's the percentage on the chance, honestly?
5%.
203%.
He said 203%.
Now
203%.
You don't like that? You got something you can say without using the R word? Let's hear it, Joe.
Live your life, America. Even though you made a bad fucking choice at the polls.
Ooh.
Well, if you see one of those voters, what can you say to him that's not the R word?
I would just call him a Trump.
Yeah,
I made an uninformed decision, which many of them did, because then they found out about the tariffs and they're like, oh, that's what that means? I'm like, yes.
You know what I found works? I like going on, when people go on Joe Biden's page and troll him, I like trolling them back. Effective one I found was a frontal lobe missing loafer.
Oh, loafer. Okay.
Yeah, I added that, or ingrate, or some kind of.
Okay, yeah.
You know. Oh, and then of course my favorite one
he's gonna
is because it's two birds with one stone. Is to get rid of the F word, or even just being what do you call it, homophobic?
Yeah.
Any of those homo insults is actually before Homo sapiens, which is what we are, we're modern day humans, is we had Homo erectus. We come from Homo erectus. And so
this was Homo erectus.
Where's this going?
He played a soundbite and he goes, this is Homo erectus.
Yeah, I wish you could hear it all. I got this one just for you.
That they were a species of Homo.
I'm not going to be repeating that.
Oh, dude, I need to fix that.
I couldn't hear it.
It's
so
better you didn't, Joe.
Yeah, and I really wish, because it's going to get annoying if I play the soundbite and then she just keeps repeating it. So you're just going to have to take whatever I put on there.
You can watch the stream back as well later. That might help you.
All right, yeah, I'll review it later. Yeah, for some nice little surprises. Yeah, it'll be great.
Charlie, are you gonna keep holding Joe hostage? We've kept him here for quite a while.
Yeah, okay, Joe. Either you got to get rowdy and fight us, or you got to come up with some cool insults, or we gotta. We've already been a while, but I'd be down with converting one more person if we got time.
I think we have.
Sounds like you're converted.
We've got 10
Joe,
more minutes.
We want results. We want feedback. Don't just give us this blind, oh yeah, I'm not using the R word anymore. Come back, and I gave you frontal lobe missing loafer.
Oh, Lord.
And so next time we talk to you, not just me, not just Giselle, but all of America.
Are you seriously sending me away with fucking homework right now, Charlie? What's going on, bro? For real. Like, come on, dude.
You have something you want to say about that?
You're an ass clown. That's what
that was good.
That was not good.
That's great.
Terrible.
That's great.
I feel like my intelligence is intact. That I'm just, like
well, we can't have that, can we, Charlie?
Well, not if you're trying to replace the R word, man. God damn, Joe. I am giving you homework.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I got to go back to the drawing board and really get my best guys on this, because this isn't just something I can come up with on the fly. I mean, this is something that's really going to take a little bit of mulling over.
Joe, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you were put on this.
What do you mean so sorry? Actually, Joe, I'm glad you had that response, because I think that's the only way Giselle would be happy. Right? Because
I'm never happy, Charlie.
I feel like you have moments where you're like, what am I doing on Charlie's show right now? This is not getting anywhere.
Well, no, it was nice that, it's good to have conversation, even if we don't see eye to eye conversations.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all in good fun. And besides, we're all out here trying to change the world. We can't be dicks to each other. We got to listen to one another and see where everyone's coming from. It's an important thing. I'm not going to say that Charlie won this one, but maybe didn't win the war, but he won the battle.
Can we get Giselle won the war though, and the battle?
All right, sure. Giselle won the war and the battle.
Wow,
Thanks,
what
Joe.
would you call that? Because if I said that, he would not give it to me.
Because you're Charlie.
That is an example of female privilege right there. If
Joe, confirm, if I were a man, you would have still said it for me, not for Charlie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Thanks, Joe.
Oh my God.
All right, you guys have fun, all right?
All right, you too.
Classified as Homo erectus.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so we've been on a
Poor
while,
guy.
but people have been texting me. And let's see. Wow. Someone wrote, looks like Charlie's doing a podcast. That's Walter. That's the next door
Hey,
neighbor.
Walter. Shout out to Walter.
Hey, Walter. But
if
he
you're
saw us
watching
through the
this.
window. He can't.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Walter. That's terrifying.
Yeah, well, he lives right there. He's the one that gave me the keys.
But don't look at me.
Got me in here.
Oh,
But
my God.
thanks, Walter.
Walter.
That was and then Ethan says, what's the word? I
Bird is
just
the
hate
word.
leaving him out because I think he was on standby, but I never gave him the string or any
Oh
information.
my gosh.
So do you just want to see if we can quickly correct his R word, and then we got 2 people, and we're
I got like 10 more minutes I can spare. Yeah.
10 more minutes, and then
Yeah.
I don't think he even uses the word.
Are you going to call another person without telling them what's going on?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ethan, you can't see this yet, but hold on anyway. I'm going to see because I know my brother doesn't want to be on it, so he's going to be as short as possible.
Okay. You haven't checked the chat. You got to check the chat.
Oh, check the chat?
Just in case. Let's see.
It's only, yeah. It's
okay.
It's definitely just me watching right now.
No, I'm in there still.
We could just, I hate ending it on that note where it sounds like we gave up.
I don't think we gave up. We ended up talking to Joe for like 46 minutes. Yeah. That was really good. I think, we might have to just do a part 2 to this because I think that there's a lot to this.
We're only on one word.
And we're only on one word.
Yeah, so we got a lot to it.
There's a lot to it.
I think, then what should we should have some kind of sign off so it doesn't feel, so we should maybe count our wins,
I think that's the thing. So it's not necessarily about wins. It's about change, right? And changing every step of the way, one person at a time, and changing ourselves and our dialogue, our vocabulary, how we speak to others, how we treat others. That's very important. And there's a soundbite.
Homo erectus.
And
that's scientific.
That's scientific.
And so we're learning too.
And I think I just hope that people can take away from this just kindness. You might not always see eye to eye with other people, but being able to have conversation is very important. If you want to see change, you have to make it. So one thing I could tell too, poor Joe had been on the phone for a long time, but something I will bring up, and that could be maybe a different episode that doesn't even have to do necessarily with these specific words we're going to be talking about, but just in general, why do we have that weird pack mentality? Why do men have it? Why do women have it? Why does anybody have it? Why do we feel like if we speak up for the right thing that we're like this social pariah? Why are we so worried? Yeah, survival of the fittest. Why are we so worried about how we're perceived when doing the right thing should just be the thing that we do? And that's something I would like for me personally, before Charlie says anything else. That's how I want to sign off, is just do the right thing. Doing the right thing shouldn't make you should never be worried about doing the right thing. It's that simple. Don't care about your social status, your social structure. And if the people that you're really around require you to be this negative person and to be this person with this horrible dictionary and vocabulary and to be a person who's putting other people down constantly, maybe those aren't the people to be around, because I've been very successful in working with other people who are like-minded.
You still gotta make it entertaining.
It's still entertaining. I think, getting a message across is important, Charlie. You want to make a change? The problem is people don't like listening to the message. So that's what this podcast is going to be about. We're going to be trying to get this message out to Trumpers. Pretty much. People, because you've been saying this message for a while and nobody's been listening. That's not true, though.
Some people have been listening, but then they called Kamala a cunt and everybody voted for him. So so it's not working well enough. So that's why I'm mixing a little Trumperism, because I'm going to be honest, America, I'm the biggest Trumper out there. I can out-Trump Trump. The only thing is I love Joe Biden, and I'm so repulsed by the anti-Americanism from West Russia right now, which AKA is Trump, that I am choosing to go with the left. But I have one more thing about female privilege. What do you think about this when she says,
I'm a good sugar baby. I'm very go with the flow type of little baby. I'm a good.
You realize sugar babies exist because older men who have money want younger women.
Yeah, but then because
it actually stems from
you know what? I know who
stuff.
I should get you on with. What about a chick who loves, fucking?
So why do you shame people who like to fuck?
And then she wants to get money from it. Don't you think? And there's some points where she's taking advantage of the lonely old rich man. It's probably a widow.
No, because no. Do you not know how a sugar daddy works? Sugar daddies are actively seeking younger women intentionally.
Okay, well,
yes.
I wouldn't say all of them. I wouldn't say they all operate like that. Just like you said, not people who are mentally underdeveloped are going to be okay.
Okay, well, this is a crazy comparison. We can't compare today's conversation to that. These are two different
what I'm talking about is that
things.
you can't just label every man that has a young
I'm not, but
girlfriend
have
that
you?
supports
That's
him.
not what I'm saying. But okay, so the clip you played is literally someone talking about being a sugar baby, correct?
Baby.
By definition, sugar baby is to a sugar daddy. I'm not talking about age gap relationships. I'm strictly talking about a sugar daddy and sugar baby relationship, which is these are two different things. That and an age gap are two different things.
Yeah, no, I could go off about that, but then we'll be here forever. And I think we had a good run. We made it. Thanks for dealing with us. No, because I never told you that I was a sugar baby, but not like the way you're saying. It was my math teacher. But it essentially meant the same thing.
Okay, so you probably got, how old were you?
Oh, I was an adult.
How old
in
though,
college.
So you were like 18,
like
19.
community college. Yeah.
That's still grooming. That's a different
I was in
conversation
my
for a different
20s.
day. That's still grooming. It's an abuse of power.
I didn't even have to take the final. I didn't even have to
It's
take
an
the
abuse
math
of
test.
power. Exactly, abuse of power. You
But
were
don't
assaulted.
you think I knew I was taking advantage right back? You know what I did? In class, I started flirting with the girl next to me. And she said, next time I saw her, she was like, Charlie, you don't need to come to class. You're good. Don't you think I'm being a little abusive or manipulative, I'll say?
No.
That's not manipulative. I'm not manipulating.
That was an abuse of power.
Well, I didn't.
Not
but
you,
I
on
was
her.
asking to be abused by her power. I liked it.
You need therapy.
Okay, well, we're not going to argue with that. I think, but you know what my old friend Ed would say about me talking about this?
I don't want to work on a podcast all about your fucking crazy bitches. You know,
okay.
like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how to sign these off.
You say thank you for watching and listening.
Thank you for watching us. And if you don't watch us, this is all I got to say to you.
And I knock a devil out. I knock him out cold because I live holy. Amen.
Okay, I love that. But I just need to figure out how to end this podcast
And then you
now.
say, keep it red, white, and chill, everybody.
Keep it red, white, and chill.
And then you hit stop streaming. And that's
Oh,
how it's
and I
done.
record.